Hey Casper Warriors, this is a brand new opening response to the English that I just learned from Magnus Carlsen. I guess you can still call this the English opening symmetrical variation or ultra symmetrical, but the idea is to freeze up the queen side and castle long instead of castling short. You will see how that works. So you know how the English opening goes. And by the way, after this short tutorial, I'm going to play some quick games just to copy what Magnus was doing. And of course, at the end, I'm going to include the original clip of that game where Magnus was live streaming on cam. So this game was played on Chess 24 between Magnus, of course, and some strong guy named Cleo PL 2870 by rating. Anywho, after white plays pawn to c4, you go g6. And after they play the top played move, knight c3, the idea is to be quick in development on the king side and get rid of that knight if time allows. You will see most English players here responding with g3. These are the standard moves that most English players play without even thinking. Here you can go pawn to c5. And after something like bishop g2, you simply develop your knight on c6. Now, you might say this is the symmetrical variation of the English opening. True. It can also be started as follows. After c4, you can go c5. If knight c3, you copy whatever white is doing. And after pawn to g3, you go pawn to g6. And after bishop g2, you go bishop g7. Same stuff, right? Maybe just that the move order is now different. And I believe this is the position that we see even in the Magnus Carlsen's game. So this is simply the symmetrical variation of the English. And that's what you should remember. Start with the symmetrical variation. And it is in this position where white may play pawn to e3 or d3, whatever they do. And it was here where Magnus showed us the motive behind this opening. You simply take on c3 to kind of mess up white's pawn structure on the queen side like this. And to be honest, what you want to do here is to freeze up the queen side. Just like I said earlier, you want to lock the queen side like that and develop your pieces as highlighted on the board, castle long. White is not going to reach you on that side of the board. So we just kind of used a g6 pawn push on the king side to deceive white as if we wanted to castle short. Just let me explain something. DC is not really good according to Stockfish and some other experts. If you do this, you're just giving up the whole center to black. For example, I can go d6 with an intention of going pawn to e5 next. Let's say knight e2 and pawn to e5. I'm going to be controlling this d4 square for good. I'll put my queen on c7 and maybe play pawn to f5 and move on with life. So that's why you won't see most white players taking with their d pawn. They don't want to give up the d4 square, which is why they always take back with a b pawn. And that's what Carlsen's opponent did. And here comes the main idea that I've been preaching about. You go pawn to b6. The whole idea is just to fianchetto on the queen side like that. Play pawn to d6 because your queen is supposed to sit on d7, not on c7 for some reason. And that happens right after castle short by white. You go queen d7 and say after bishop b2 or something like that, you castle long. End of story. So the plan from here is to put your knight on a5. Given a chance, you want to start expanding on the king side like that. Especially starting with pawn to h5 and that. So you want to open up that side of the board as highlighted on the board. The only thing that I see many people doing nowadays after castle long is opening up the center immediately. So just like I said, you don't have to do anything on the center. When this happens, just think of playing knight a5. That's the real purpose. White is not gonna attack you on this side of the board. They are going to have a hard time to do that. After knight a5, if white takes, well and good. They are just, making your position to be active. And there's nothing much they can do. I mean, what else? They can't take. I mean, you're going to take like that. Look at how cramped their position is on the queen side. And how can they ever reach your king? That's the main goal, you guys. From here, whatever you do is up to you. That's your own baby to nurse. The main area of my meat is the opening stage. Okay, say because of the possibility for this move to happen, let's say white plays queen d3. Here you can even go queen f3 and that's it. So you have this simple idea of capturing like that. You can walk in with your knight. Say knight f4. You can go knight f6. If that, you can even oversimplify the game like this. Knight takes, then knight takes c4, you continue with your game plan. So let's see if this can work in real games. And warning, if you find my next 2 games to be fast, you can skip to the last part of this video where Magnus is live streaming demonstrating the same opening. But you can still learn from what I was doing in the next 2 bullet games, or just for entertainment purposes to see how reliable this opening response is. Also, remember to subscribe, don't just watch. We just crossed 60k. That's 60,000 subscribers, and thanks to all of you guys for your lovely support. But we can do better, especially in terms of views. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's try the bullet match again. I'm going to capture the Queen's Knight. Let's hope this time things are going to go well. I need to play pawn to d6 as quickly as I can. So bishop b7. My queen has to sit here. This is what I saw Magnus doing. And then that. Let's see how this will go. Oh, I need to start thinking of knight a5 now. First game. I can't afford to lose this one. So now we start moving. This is what I saw Magnus doing. I think I can do this, yep. In a Magnesian style. You can see how things are unfolding now. This is how it goes. This is how we rule. So this is check. And can I give another check? Maybe no. Or I develop my knight. I need to fork the queen and the rook like that. Ready to go in with my knight. Yep, just like I said. Most people have eyes but they don't see. I should have played queen g2. Not what I've done here, but anywho, not much of a stretch. I have knight takes. Look at this. This is so bad for my opponent. Again, I'm attacking the rook. There is literally nothing my opponent can do. I have queen takes. This is check. And now I'm winning the rook. Yeah, my opponent has to resign now. So this is how you're supposed to play this game, you guys. Look at this. So we pin. We give a check. Now not even taking the queen, but checkmating my opponent like this. Okay, so I just redeemed myself in a bullet match. Now you see how to defeat the English opening, you guys, with this. I hope that was understood. Anywho, I love what just happened. Okay, maybe that wasn't convincing enough. Let me try another one. Right? This is another opponent. So let's do this again. We capture the knight. Yep, to ruin my opponent's pawn structure on the queen side, and fianchetto like that. Play pawn to d6, then queen d7. Oh, I don't have that, but I have knight a5. So your knight can always go to a5. That's another advantage you have. So let's do that. I'm not sure about this move, but can I go knight e4? I know I don't have to take because I'm going to allow white to attack my queen. So maybe let's do this. Knights. I love how my knights are sitting, but that's not advisable. So let me castle. Oh, wait a second, my thing is hanging. So first let's attack that. Attacking the knight. We'll just take. Yep, just take. Oh, there's bishop that. Yep. Let me sidestep. I have bishop that. Okay, this is bad for my opponent. Now they are just helping me to do whatever I want. Let's attack the bishop one more time and put my king to safety. So you see what I was talking about, you guys. Now how is my opponent going to attack my queen side? It'll be very difficult for them to do that. So let's do this now. Oh, I should have taken. I forgot. So let's attack this side of the board. The idea is to win everything that white has in this world. Let me take. And oh, I should have taken with the bishop. I'm making a lot of blunders now. but it's not my fault. Need to win the rook. Let's take and win the queen. Take, tap, and do this. We give a check. We take the free rook. We win the free pawn. We take that and mate. Oh, damn it. That's how we roll. So this is approved, you guys. I messed up, but things went well for me. Now sit back and enjoy Carlsen's game if that was too fast for you guys. And again, apologies for playing bullet chess. Not everyone is a fan, but that's the only way we test our chess opening knowledge to decide whether a particular opening is good or not.
In general, to accept challenges from people I haven't played before. But, well, I'm not gonna abort the game, so here we go. E3. Okay. The thing is, if the right response is usually considered E6, and then knight E2, knight E7, D4, and so on. It's unbelievably dull, so I'm gonna try something else. Try and yeah, just play this way. What he does is pretty sensible. He wants to play E4 at some point, but at least he's spent an extra tempo on E3, E4, and basically his my lack of dark square bishop doesn't really matter since I'm gonna castle queenside. Yeah, A4. I should always go knight A5. Trying to play on the light squares. Knight C1. That was pretty creative. So I suppose I should just yeah, go on. Takes an A5. I'm just gonna take on G3. It's not much to think about. We're playing a practical game after all. Yeah, he does the sensible thing since there's no mates. So I'm thinking if I go, oh, I have some Queen B7 ideas. Okay. So I'm gonna play BA immediately. Yeah, he would love to play Queen F3, but that doesn't work because of Queen H3 and Queen H2 mate. And if this looks like I'm sort of winning a piece. Ah, no, because I don't think he has a good square for the king. He would love to play like King H2, Queen B2, and then Rook B1. But I believe that then F2 is hanging. Ah, King H3. Very clever. Very clever. Huh. So now the point is Queen B2, Rook B1. I have to give up the queen or I get mated. So we'll play an ending instead, which is fine. Yeah, my knight is still undeveloped, but I believe it's still a better piece than this terrible bishop. So I believe if Rook H8, I have Rook B1. So maybe knight to G4. Trying to annoy him a bit before I start taking his pawns. F4, I go back to G4. Still fighting for those squares, and now very, very happy to play F5. Since his king is soon but gonna be caught in a mating net. Okay, I'll just take an A4. Rook. Yeah, you can do this, but this is absolutely hopeless. Oh, I'm short of time. That's something I should think about. Less talk, more play. I have a very easy winning plan. Yeah, since he cannot leave the D2 pawn, D3 pawn, I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm not that slow. Nor that weak. Mate next. Okay.